Good evening, everybody. It's Henry from Enigma Strategy giving you your weekly webinar. So welcome, everybody. We're just going to go through, as it's our first presentation, just go through what to expect in each of the webinars. So as I say, my name is Henry. I'm the head of strategy here at Enigma Strategy. Just to give you a few pieces of information about how we are going to run things. The webinar is going to take place twice a week, along with the market updates, which we provide to you on a Sunday and a Wednesday. The market update has just gone out tonight in print for you guys, so you can take a look at that. But we're going to go through all of the main pairs for you just to see what's been happening on the market. Quite a busy day today, really exciting, big moves in the dollar and the pounds as well. So let's take a look at that. Before we do that quickly, let's just have a look at who I am. So I actually was originally an academic researcher. I've been a lecturer, actually, and a former teacher as well. So I'm really interested in teaching, and I got into the markets in 2013. Started trading, started having a little look at that, and gradually over the last, I'd say 5 years, just getting more and more reading and researching and trading, and I actually turned professional in 2018. Some of you may have already noticed the charts that I put out anyway, very heavily use Elliott wave principles and analysis, and that's something that I've picked up, and I've merged that with other trading strategies such as the Ichimoku Cloud, which is a Japanese style technical analysis, and candlesticks. So it's always important to come up with your own strategy. That's something that we always we recommend traders who are starting a journey. Start your own way of doing things. I really like trading commodities. That's I do trade FX, quite frequently, but I've got a soft spot for precious metals. I really like trading. They seem to move quite well for me. And we'll be looking at gold later, but sometimes a lot of people don't have some of the other precious metals such as platinum or palladium. But actually, in future, if you do have those instruments, do let us know, and we can help you if you're interested in trading those. Just pop us a message. So yeah, my name's Henry. I'm the head of strategy for Enigma Strategy, and I head up the trade desk here and all things trade related. So the whole point of the webinar is we just wanted to bring a little bit more interaction with the clients, you guys, just to help you out a bit more, give you a bit more analysis to go with the copy that we already send out for you guys. So we're here just to discuss potential trading setups that we may have taken today, things that I'm looking at as we go into the week and beyond. So we're covering intraday and daily time frame trades, and even weekly trades. So the whole sort of spectrum of trading. I myself do trade. Wouldn't say I'm just an intraday trader. I do all of the time frames, and if a trade is there and it looks good and the setup's right, then we should be taking those opportunities. And another area for this webinar is to answer Q&A session. So this particular webinar is not going to be live, but in the future, at the end of the week, there'll be an opportunity where you guys can ask questions during the session, perhaps trade related, or anything about pair, or anything at all. I'll also have a go, try and explain my strategy in detail for you, just to help you understand the way in which I trade. As I say, I've honed my own strategy over 7-8 years now, and it's a very unique thing. As anyone who trades for a long time, if you ask anyone, they will have a very specific way of trading. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's get to the first pair, and I think we'll look at USD. Oh, let's look at gold as we're here. So gold has been a really interesting day today. So in our analysis that I put out on Sunday, we were still deciding what to do around this area of consolidation. Now I've marked it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the minute we're saying that there's going to be more upside to gold, at least until around about 1460. That's where I see it going. We can see from this afternoon we had a breakout here, really clean breakout, an impulsive move to the upside. Now just been having a look at this last couple of minutes. So we've got our breakout of the trend line. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we currently just finished the wave 4, and we're going to be coming to finish the wave 5 at around 14.18. Now I am expecting a pullback in gold, as is usually the case. We break this trend line. I wouldn't have thought we would actually. It's unlikely that we're going to be retouching this area here. Rather, I think we are going to top out around about 14.16, and then we'll retest the last major area of support, which is 14.07. Actually, that represents the fib level. Did this earlier. Yeah, it's around about the 0.382 fib. So another thing to bear in mind is when we have pairs that are in a strong trend, so we've had gold, it's burst out of this this wedge, we don't tend to find that price will retrace sharply because there's so much momentum to the upside, and ultimately gold is going to I mean, I'm very bullish about gold. I can see this going to 1550 over the coming months. So it's definitely something we want to be on the right side of, regardless of you know, we don't really want to be shorting it against the prevailing trend. So let's just go back into this a little bit more detail. There's a nice long opportunity. There we go. Let's have a look. So as I say, we're going to our waves 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to top out at 5, and we want to be looking to place longs around about 14.07. I mean, before we do that, we want to make sure that we're looking for a bullish confirmation, and our RSI is ideally this should come down something. Going into the Asian session tonight, I can see wave 5 being completed, and then a 3-wave move to the downside. So we'll just wait for gold for the minutes, but we will be looking to enter this possibly tomorrow in the when the Americans come online. We'll be looking to enter our long positions on this pair. For the immediate take profit, it's pretty obvious for me that price is going to retest 14.3815, and this would be the double top that we saw last week. I'm very bullish really that we might see you know, price might hit this area, it might bounce back, but inevitably I think we're going to be pushing straight through this area to a new high, at least on the daily. So gold is a lovely little possibility that we're just waiting for. USD JPY is our next. Now this is another opportunity here to enter a long position. As we can see, price topped out at the wave 5. We had a leading diagonal on the 1 hour, and I was just waiting. I've been waiting for this most of the day just to sell off, and I'm looking for price to consolidate in the orange box around 108.335. Got to be a bit careful with this because, as I've said, or as I've labelled, it doesn't look like a very nice impulsive structure, if I'm quite honest. That's why I've left an ABC. So there is the potential that this is actually a corrective structure, and we could be seeing a lot more downsides, at least testing the bottom of 106.739. This is a real possibility here, because I'm not hugely confident at the moment that this is truly an impulsive structure. Anyway, it's for the meantime, what we're looking for is a nice consolidation off of this trend line, a nice bullish candlestick, and we can look to go long. Our take profit can be the green box in the green, and let's just go to the 4 hour just to explain how. Okay, so if we were to go with our first scenario, that we are actually seeing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that we are in an impulsive market trend, we want to be calculating where our wave 3 will finish, which is typically the 1.618 of the fib, if this is indeed a impulsive move. So it's going to be around this area here. Going into the Asian session tonight, I think it's going to be important just to see how price does react to that trend line. If it was to sink past it, close past the trend line, it's going to be a bit bearish, I think. I'd like to see price at least respect it and kick off of it. But we'll have to see what happens. This will probably be ready for potential longs in the morning session. So yeah, let's have a look. The only other thing that I always think about when I look at this, going long, go to the daily. If we go to the daily, we can see very, very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a very, very deep retracement. ABC zigzag, a break of the trend line on the daily, which is, yeah, it's a bullish sign that the cycle is changing. If we go to the RSI, still just about holding this trend line. Now, if we were to close, if the RSI was to close and break that trend line, then we might be thinking about whether or not this could actually be a larger correction, and potentially, as I've said before, this could be, this we could be going much lower, as low as 103, as low as 103, and we would label this a WXY here. So all to play for really in the USD JPY. I'm just very intrigued at the moment at this price structure, but let us know what you think about it. Okay, so the next pair, Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD, really, again, it's very similar to USD JPY in the sense that the structure, it doesn't look very impulsive. It still looks very corrective. We've broken this trend line on the 1 hour, which isn't particularly helpful. If we go to the 4 hour, this whole structure going all the way back, goes back months, is very corrective, just ranging all the way since January last year. So we've been in this really difficult corrective phase, and we seem to have hit a low at 110. Now price obviously has come off, which I've labelled an A, B, C. We've had a sell-off over the last couple of weeks, which I've labelled a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just about holding. It is an impulsive move to the downside, and today has been a meteoric impulsive move. So it's an interesting one. In the market report that I put out, there are two options I was thinking of here. Either this is the first leg down of 5 seen here. So this is the first impulsive move. Now, if that's the case, this is going to be a correction to the upside to form wave 2. If this is going to happen, it's going to be in a 3-wave move. That will tell us a lot. It will tell us if this isn't bullish, this is a really very bearish cycle, or if it's not going to be making a wave 2, we'll be going much higher. at least into 115.786, and that's just again taking the double correction. We're taking a ABC, and then we're going to get another ABC, which is a double correction. So we have something like this happening. Let's get it right. Okay, so we would see a move to the upside, finishing at 15.84 or thereabouts. Not a great time to buy at the moment. We were actually in this trade this afternoon, and we've come out on the wave 3. Now we're going to be seeing price retrace. But potentially this is a good long. I don't usually like taking buys without having cleared a previous major high here. So really, if we break this area, then we can really start thinking about laddering up those long positions. So going into the Asian and the start of the London, let's see where we are with this particular pair. If price retraces a nice three wave move, we can definitely think about getting on board and going long for this. We can take this all the way, especially up to about 113.40. So let's see how this handles tomorrow. Okay, so the last pair, we might actually do US oil, because that's been an interesting one very quickly. US oil. Now, I had this as a short earlier, and I'm now seeing this as a really nice long opportunity. For me, this is a clear ABC pattern. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as labeled, but this will be an ABC. Okay, so the rule is we're going to want to, our C leg will be approximately the same length as our A leg. They'll be equal legs. And a long can be confirmed by a break of 60-30. So usually the best thing to do with positions like this strategy would be to wait for the break and the retest, and then we can, on a bullish candle, RSI confirmation, we can go for a long position. But I'm definitely favouring a bullish momentum on US oil, and I will probably look to be putting this out at least by the morning should we break this level and retest on the Peru. So there's a fantastic opportunity there. At least for the short term, there's a good trade going on. Cable. Okay, so GP, the pound. The pound is it's a difficult count at the moment. It's been a bit of a struggle trying to understand what the structure is trying to say or what the next move will be. And I've changed counts twice, I think, this week, and not been happy with how things look. So at the minute, and I'm not particularly really happy with this interpretation, but I think it's the best one I've got at the moment. So at the moment, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 5 to finish still. Down to the 123.758. That was all going according to plan this afternoon. And then obviously the US news came out, and we've had a huge bullish run, which we can still move our 5 there, but I would have liked to have seen a retest here, would have been nice. But this could be our wave 5 finish. And this is a huge bullish candle here. If we were to finish like this, then that's going to be a fantastic opportunity to think about going long. Of course, this would be a bullish engulfing on the daily. But in terms of the long-term outlook on the pound, I'm really not you know, I think we're going to see a bounce up to 127 in a three-wave move. But in terms of seeing the highs that we were, you know, 8, 9, 10 months ago, I don't think we're going to be going back up to 131, especially with the news of Brexit, the change of prime ministers. There's so much uncertainty going on fundamentally in this country that I don't see where the value would be coming to the pound at the moment. So definitely short term, we can see a retracement pending a nice bullish close on this candle up to at least around about 127. But I think in this area, we can see we've been zoning. We've been ranging here. And we might actually see in the coming weeks, we might just start ranging between these two levels. That might be something that we start to begins to develop. And that could, you know, could cause some problems in terms of trading, because we don't really want to be trading ranges. On the daily, it's not too bad. But let's see what happens tonight at the close. If we get a bullish close, we can start thinking about coming into that tomorrow. So that's sort of the general roundup of the midweek markets. Some really interesting trades. There's two definite ones that we'll be looking to put out. Let's hope we can put those out tomorrow. We are as well going to tell you about a promotion we're running, guys. We've got a 2-day boot camp running between the 4th and 5th of August. It's a fantastically oversubscribed event which we run a couple of times a year. It's headed up by one of our senior traders, Matt Shaw. You can find his bio on our website. It's www.ktafx.com. Please do check out Matt's bio. Have a look at the bootcamp description. It's for beginners who are trying to learn the market, intermediate traders, perhaps they're looking to add a little bit more tools to their skill set already. But the strategies that we teach over 2 days are proven and they do work. It's broken down. The first day will be a theory day. We'll just go over the technicals, basics, looking at divergence and convergence, looking at those major sort of core setups that we'll be looking for on the daily and intraday charts. And then the second day will be a live trading day hosted by Matt. I will be there as well, which gives you a really good opportunity to trade the market live, to really feel what's going on and just get used to coming in and out of trades. So that's coming up. If you want to get hold of me to book your seat, I can be contacted at henry@enigmastrategy.com. So if you've got any questions regarding anything I've said today or any trades, please don't hesitate to get in contact. Thanks for watching. All the best, guys. Cheers.